Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We in the building.
Live.
Got your boy D Vibes right here. You understand the Vibes Hours with your one and only your boy O Lot of Mercy, aka O Lord the Motivator. You know what I'm saying? The innovator,
Yeah.
never a hater. You know what I'm saying? We're
Yes,
here to give you
sir.
the news you can use. You know what I'm saying? What's up, my guy?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I've been good, man. Life been treating me good. I'm here, breathing, grateful and thankful to be here with you. And now it's a blessing. It is.
Word, that's word, man. I'm saying we got a lot
So
going, man. A lot going on in the news, man.
every day is always something.
Got a lot going on in the news, man. Seems like everybody's trying to get by nowadays. Times are so hard. The stimuluses are down. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
People don't want to work. The jobs are opening. They don't want to get back to the jobs, though. You know what I'm saying? But there's something going on. What's your
People
take?
getting lazy. People getting lazy. And like some people are just seeing like, yo, like I can start my own hustle. I can start my own company, job, whatever I want to do. I can start it. It gives people. It's like it's a double-edged sword. Some people gonna lose out. Some people might win from it, type thing.
Yeah, I mean, 'cause there's no shortages in jobs. You know, so when people saying like, "Yo, I ain't got no bread," I mean, it's like I think since that handout happened, you know what I'm saying, with us giving
Yep.
everybody stuff that like now they don't want to work. I mean, it's like when you give a baby something, you know
Yep.
what I mean? Or
Too
your son.
spoiled.
Yeah, so now it's kind of like people's like, man, I've been getting it easy. It's been so easy. We've been all eating crab legs and daggone with Mei Ming Young. Like, they're not trying to go back to the dollar menu.
Nope. People too entitled now. Americans too entitled. Everybody, man, in this country is entitled now. That's what it is.
That's definitely a
People too spoiled. In some other
definitely a
country, they see the real world. People see the real world. When you get out of America, you see the real world. You know what I mean?
that's a fact, man. That's a fact, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So it's like noticing, like I said. So with that being said, we got like more schemes are going on. People are finding different ways, more intricate ways to get money. Have you not
Yep.
noticed that the young hustler nowadays is like old school, and the new hustler is like scamming?
Yes.
These young
Yes.
guys and girls will finesse you out of your cash app, man.
Yes.
You know
They'll
what
hack your Cash App, everything.
I'm saying?
The Bank of America thing going on, that jugging, all that jugging thing going around. Like it's just like every time, man. Like it's like every 5 year cycle. The new generation learns something new. You know what I mean? It's always a new thing.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's definitely something going on, where like
Oh yeah.
their freedom at risk, man, to get a couple dollars, man. I think that's kind of
People are
crazy.
down bad. Yeah. They down bad. That's what it is. People down bad, People doing anything. People sell their damn soul. They sell their ass or their soul just to get by. You
A
know.
fact. They all kind of, it's probably down because of inflation and all that.
Yes. Yep. Inflation, interest rates going up. You know, people can't pay for their car no more. People can't pay for their house no more. It's just a domino effect going on because of inflation. Yep. That's all it is.
Yeah, man. That's crazy, man. Like, seeing the news right now, man. Kind of spoke between me and you on it earlier, with
Oh, get out. What's happened? Technical difficulties. Luki sound technical difficulties, guys. Hold on. Just hold up. Wait a minute. We'll be right back. Whole lot of going on in the news. Whole lot. Praz got caught up being an informant, facing 22 years. But he got like 22 years, yeah. So we'll talk about that when Loki get back. So I hope y'all doing good. I hope y'all, everyone watching, doing well. Be blessed and grateful to be alive. Live another day. Yes, sir. We back. We back.
All right, we back, man. We back with
Yes.
up for Zach. You know what I'm saying? Not
Yep.
telling you to do no drugs, but yo.
Yep.
So yeah, that's crazy, man. He got found guilty on all accounts, man. Prize world from the food.
Everything. Yep.
He's the ghetto superstar himself. You know what I'm saying? Word is he was an FBI informant, and yeah, man. I wonder if this
Crazy.
affects the rest of the Fugees. You think Wyclef is sweating this right now, or Lauren?
I mean, they broke. I don't know. They just went their different ways. It's been years. They
That's what
went
I'm.
their different ways.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if you think it's real bad blood like that, or they. I'm
Oh
pretty sure
no, no.
it's still gotta hurt. Though. I'm pretty sure Wyclef gotta be like, wow, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he gotta be hurt two
No.
ways. That's his
Oh
brother.
yeah. Because that's his best friend. Yeah.
But I read something along on the tabloids that it wasn't seeing the eye to eye because Prize was the one that exposed the Wyclef and the Lauryn Hill relationship.
Oh
So
wow.
yeah, because Wyclef admitted it now that he knocked up Lauryn Hill years ago.
Yeah.
He didn't have the baby. Pushed up with Mr.
Oh
Marley.
yes. Yeah. I remember. Yeah. I heard about Praz like breaking the news about that. Yeah. I heard about that.
Yeah,
So it
so,
was a secret. It was a secret.
so he been
And
a snitch. He been a snitch. Hold on.
yeah.
Let's
He
go.
been a, he been gossiping and ratting. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because it was a secret. Lauryn Hill was young at that age too, so that's why it was a secret, and it came out. That's why it was big. It was big in the news. It came out.
yeah, that makes a lot of sense. As I think about it right now, I'm like, whoa, that does make a lot of sense. 'Cause,
Yep.
yeah, that's pretty
What's up?
crazy, right?
Yep. What's ever in the dark, man, it comes to light, man. Everybody should just tell the truth, because it's gonna come out either way.
That's a fact.
Every
But yeah, so
time.
he been letting the gems go with the Fugees. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And now maybe Wyclef probably ain't. He's probably like maybe he's different deserves. You think? You know what I'm saying? So now
Right.
to think about that, maybe he already snitched on Clef. You mean? Then he
Yeah.
kept on going to
Then.
court too. It wasn't enough. Like he was one of the ones. Like Lauren was always he was always under the radar. Like even when the Fugees broke up and stuff
Oh
like
yes.
that. Yeah, for many years she didn't answer questions. This is before the internet. Like just like reading from the source magazines and the double XLs, she didn't speak too much on things of that nature.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Yeah.
until
She
years.
broke off.
Yeah,
Yep.
she started having a problem and started asking for more money. I think because of Prize once again. Prize was like,
Yes.
yo, he was looking into
Yes.
saying, but yo, the Fugees did go like they went diamond, I believe. Not, I know they went
Yeah.
multi-platinum. I believe that was the
Yeah.
first one of
Multi-platinum.
the definitely. I think they actually went. Fugees was a diamond group, bro. These guys was
Yeah.
like rock. That Fuji album, that Fuji La La was.
Yep.
Yeah,
That was a big hit. It changed the game right there. They brought like reggae and rap really like they're the reason why reggae and rap really like merged. You know what I'm saying during that time. And like Lauryn Hill, she made history herself. Her album, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, it went diamond. That was the first female rap album to go diamond. You know what I'm saying? It sold over 10 million. You know what I'm saying?
he was the
Yeah.
dog. He was the number one before Nicki
Yes.
Minaj, and before even in them
Yep.
times, little claims she was the queen. She didn't sell more than Lauryn Hill. I mean,
Yes.
and Lauryn
Everybody wanted Lauryn Hill.
can't just say she or Lauryn Hill was a R&B or this because Lauryn Hill would sing and rap.
Everything.
She
Everything. She did.
did both things great. Like some people do this a little bit or whatever, but I thought she did both things great, man.
She had the X Factor.
Yeah, I
Yep.
mean, like,
That's,
that's why one thing I know, it's always been like that. When you have a group and people's doing music and stuff like that, you should never date nobody in the group or anybody who's part of your business. Anything that comes
yes.
from financials in your business, you should not, mess that up. I mean, because
Yep.
people fall out, but business got to go on as usual. Wow. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? For a business,
Exactly.
you get sick, right? You don't stop the multi-million-dollar business that has to run. So you need to get somebody to cover you or to cover that placement because every
Yes.
day you can't work, the business can't produce.
Exactly.
So
You're irreplaceable.
yeah, so when you got when your business is a group, I mean, whether it's a hip hop group, country group, rock and roll, whatever it may be, when I think
Hmm.
about it now, it's like, yo, you just can't be switching people in. I mean, like how they switch the
Nah.
Spice Girls and sneak somebody else in SWV. Every group
Yep.
like sneak somebody else in, they go down, bro. Right?
Always.
Think about Destiny's Child. You know what I mean, like that's why Destiny's Child started
Major
breaking up. You know what I
example.
mean? They started adding one, two, and they all had problems with the lead singer, but everybody else was replaceable.
Yep.
After that, you start
Drama.
replacing things. Yep. No one's gonna stop forever, man. Them cameras.
This is that drama, once that, bad blood and negative energy intermingle, it goes into disarray every time. It goes for anything, man. Like, friends, family, all that, once that negative energy gets in there, you know, chaos. You know what I mean?
That's a fact. That's a fact,
So,
man.
so you
You
gotta
know, so
keep
why
balance.
we gotta do so much scamming nowadays when we have the next other half of these young guys is not scamming, they're actually coming up with new intricate ways to make money on the internet.
Yes.
Now I've read that there is more self-made millionaires, even billionaires, than ever in the time of history, and it's all
Yep.
due to internet. You know, so it's
Yep.
like being on these streaming platforms, coming up with your own business. You don't have to be a streamer, but
Yeah.
even a product where you have to sell it and you learn how to tap into that market on the internet. You know, there is
Yep.
too many. Everybody should have some kind of business. I mean, your name is
Everybody.
seems like should be a business. I'm just learning these things
Yes.
right now, and as I learn it, I want to give it to my people. You know, what do you think about
Yes.
that?
Like everybody should have a business or have their own like side hustle or like side thing. Like you can't just be relying on your job. Your job don't care about you. You're replaceable. You know what I'm
That's
saying? Like and you don't get rewarded for doing your job. So people, that's why, during pandemic, there was a lot of entrepreneurs that came from the pandemic. That's why. People was like, hey, to hell with this job. I might as well start my own thing. And boom, they did it and it happened. So much entrepreneurs came out of the pandemic. Oh yeah.
yes, that's so true, man. It reminds me back to like a clipping from a post of Dame Dash, and he said that a lot. I don't know if you ever watched that Breakfast Club interview with he was talking to Envy
Seen.
and stuff like that about how he need to
Yep,
own
I
his.
seen it.
Remember that? And you
Yep,
know
I
what?
seen it.
Envy recently spoke about that. I seen somewhere else talking about now as he sees it that Dame Dash is right. Dame Dash may come off rude or
Yes.
arrogant in a way, but the dude is a business mogul. You know what I mean? And
Yes.
ever since he did that, you know what I mean? Envy went, you know what I'm saying? He started up to the next businesses and he got these things. So now he
Yep.
knows he can give these to the kids. He realized that, you know what I'm saying? That he can't just pass down, I'm saying Hot 97 or whatever
True.
Breakfast Club to his kids. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Like
You
start
know,
your
I
own
know
legacy.
he's doing real estate
That's all.
hard now. He has his own business with rehabs and all those things he's been doing
Yep.
and stuff like that. I noticed, everybody, like you said, they're having some kind of next business towards what they're doing. And it seems
Yes.
right. You know what I'm saying? Because I was always told
Every
not to put all your eggs in one basket,
yes. That's true.
Even the
Everybody should always try something.
facts. The old hustlers, back in the days, man, they would they would like even from the mafia, they would get money and they would wash it by getting legitimate businesses.
Yep.
They
Money
would end up
laundering. Yep.
they would end up owning a bar, a taxi company, something of that nature, where they took all that drug money and that street money and they put it into something. Now they're paying taxes. Most of the construction jobs is owned by the mob
Yes.
now.
Yes.
The laboring jobs, things of that nature.
Yep. Still to this day. They have a stronghold on the Union. That's all it is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's been like that.
So I was just wanted to tap into that, you know what I'm saying, to let these kids know coming up, you don't have to finesse everybody to risk your life,
You
get a couple $1,000 or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because people are getting caught up for those things, man. We just seen that guy,
know,
what's the name? Pretty Ricky, he went down pretty hard, but lucky him,
yo, yep,
like over a million. He did it at least, I don't want to commend him, but he did it good to where he made over $1 million in PPP loans and all these things, right? And
for real.
we did like 2 years, bro, 2.5 years or something like that. So we got a
He's
couple million.
lucky.
We got a couple $1 million for sitting down for only a couple of years. That
Yep,
that
he's
made make
lucky.
kids think like that's the thing to do still. Like to know if I can just be away for a couple of years and come back to be a multi-millionaire. What do you think about on that?
You know, like the young kids following it. Like young kids. When you're young, you don't really. You're just lost. So you're just looking for these idols. These like figures to look at for like inspiration. And these kids follow that fast lifestyle.
Mm,
I want fast money. I want this. I want now. I want it now, 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 now. But they don't recognize the consequences of that, man. Like, not everything is supposed to be now, like fast. Like, time is of the essence, man. Time is key, bro. Timing is key. Like
that's a fact.
once you get that fast money, man, it's you either it's a fast way to jail or in the grave. That's all it leads to.
That's so true, man. So true. I mean, like a earned dollar is better than a stolen dollar any day, man.
Exactly. More
I
money,
mean,
more problems.
first of all, we all get money. We don't understand value. When I say value, is by what you put in to earn it, and then
Yes.
knowing that what I spend, how I can get it back again. Like you learn all these things when you produce and make your own dollar.
Yes.
It goes back to what I was.
Invest.
That's the next thing. Yeah, definitely. The next thing about what I was gonna say, but like when we get money, like I said, and we just give, it's just given to you.
Yep.
You don't have no concern about it because it's just given. It's free.
Yeah, it's
It's
free
like
money. It's handout.
right. It's like when these girls when or girls and guys is getting free money from the government, they use it on whatever. You know what I'm saying? But not even thinking like
Exactly.
trying to even have some type of strategic thing with it. You know what I'm saying? Or try to save some of it or whatever it be, and once again try to make a business or do something like. I see people, man, with on EBT that's cooking it
Yep.
up. They're like, come get
Yes.
you a. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And they
Yes.
cook it up great, man. They are doing it great. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah,
got
that's how I'm,
filet mignon, they got it all. Lobster claws and tails and everything.
yep, that's capitalism and consumerism working together hand in hand right there, bro. With that, that stimmy checks. Why you think like look back at the pandemic, man, 2020 to like last year. Everybody was getting like the stimmies. And that
Yep.
incentivizes people to go out and buy stuff. People can buy more stuff now. That's why businesses was booming. Like, when Trump did that stimulus, people, you gotta admit it. Like everybody was eating during pandemic, man. Everybody was eating. Those Zaza and crab legs. Every time see on my timeline was Zaza and crab legs. People at
Oh
hotels, Miami. Everybody going to Miami or Cali or somewhere. Every time.
man.
It
Oh, you
was a time.
went too far, man. For the hood community, man. He just said it, man. The man said they was zawed up, you mean?
Zaza crab leg. It was a Zaza crab leg era. It
It went
was
from
Zaza.
25 eighths to that going back to 70, $60 eighths, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Pandemic by bringing the czar out. You know what I mean? Now,
Zaza. That's when it took over.
I've been a witness, man. I've been around some bougie girls that's like, yo, that's not the czar.
Yes.
Yo, never mind, you got
Yes.
fly weed, you got this. She's still like, yo, that ain't the czar. And I'm like, what?
People.
Trees hitting
Everybody
or whatever.
smoking Za now. Yep.
Yo,
Everybody smoking Za.
but you know what's funny? Is a lot of people science with that czar, man. That czar, a lot of
Yeah.
that czar That
It's synthetic, man. It's mostly synthetic, bro. Like,
yeah, so
it's
CPRs, you know what
genetically modified. Yep, PGR, plant growth regulators, PGR, GMO, genetic modification, all that. That's all it is with that.
Yeah, so it's like you're getting a different sense because it's an artificial THC. It's THC, but it's artificial. The same thing as
Artificial.
fentanyl. Fentanyl is a synthetic form of heroin. You know.
Yep, opioid, synthetic opioid.
Yep. So that's what they got now for the THC, and people got to be aware of it. When you're looking at this weed and it's looking super frosty, is this, and it's like it means small little buds, and you know what I mean, believe it or
That's
not,
that
frying your brain, man, like when I'm
literally,
fried eggs, boy,
literally.
fried.
It's mostly the dispensaries that sell that, man. It's the dispensaries that sell that PGR and all that extra stuff, man. Like cause I used to shop at them at medical dispensaries. I had my med card like from 2021 to last year, so I know the difference between the street weed and the dispensary weed, and I can tell you the dispensary weed always had them PGR. It was always looking bulky, dense, frosty. The high is different too. It felt like like I was sleepy, like I couldn't do shit when I was smoking dispensary weed. But when I smoke like street weed, I like street weed. It looks more natural, look like actual flower leaf,
Yeah,
and it wouldn't get me like high, like slump, like a zombie. I would still function, like what I mean. I don't get dispensary weed no more. Like I get mine straight from the farm, man. Like the healthy way, the idle way, and I feel like I'm good, man. I'm chilling. Like if I smoked that dispensary weed and I was on here with you, I would have been nodding off like I'm on crack.
I was about to say, bro,
Yeah,
that that czar, that you know what I'm saying, we talking
yeah,
about that artificial weed is looking like they sip some lean. Like people is
yes,
they're like you don't know the effect of it is like you just said, they're slow, unresponsive, you know what I'm
yep,
saying, leaning, you
sleepy,
know what I'm saying, you're
yep,
sleeping with some Robitussin, and you're like, yo,
yep.
blunts like that. And there's definitely something going on. And what I the reason why I even stopped smoking is to clear my head and all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like against totally
Yeah.
the weed. First of all, you ain't gotta just smoke it, man. You can put it in your tea, you can cook with it.
Yes.
Saying I'm a real gunja man, you know what I'm saying? I come from Dagon, you know what I'm saying, Jamaica.
Yep.
That's my
The
background.
culture.
We use it for everything, you know what I'm saying? It's more than
Herb.
just
It's herb.
spiritual sense of contact most high. You know what I'm saying? Not just to get high
Yes.
and get off the ground. One smoke, one will have one spliff in their mouth for 2 hours. You know what? Why he's still talking to you?
Facts.
Burning that spliff, lighting it here and here. Nowadays,
Facts.
like most of my Yankee friends, my American friends, you know what I'm saying, um, we gotta smoke every 10 minutes, every 5 minutes. Once that spliff is down, if you're a real smoker nowadays, the weed don't it's like the weed don't get you, it don't get you right enough.
They
That's what
fiending.
how I know something's going on with this weed because the weed
They
nowadays
fiending.
they've been drawn in every new flavor of weed or what comes out. They've been hitting some weed that's like crack. Now,
Yes.
if you know that when they started and people were just taking coke, it made crack. You know what I mean? But it made
Yep.
it crack, but then it's
Yep.
free
The
bacon.
baking soda.
You know what I mean? So once they re-rocked it, and now they put the baking soda, the crack is like
Yep.
everything in the daggone cabinet. They put ammonia in it, they put all that shit. Then you got
All the ingredients.
baking soda, right? So these fiends
Yep.
knew the difference. Long story short, it's like I used to smoke this, and now you gave me that. If you ever watched New Jack City, you know what I'm saying? And when
Yeah.
homie like, yo, what get you this, boy? You know what I'm saying? G Money or whatever, you know what I'm saying? He told him, he's like, yo,
The
that's
difference. Yep.
how it is. Because somebody's addicted to something else that looks like it in its form, but you're giving this, and they're like, now this is the woo. This is the wow.
Yep.
This is the wow. It can't go
Yep.
back to that regular. Just like if you've
Nope.
been smoking long enough, where everybody right now smoking this exotic, what we call exotic, no seeds. Now it's to the
Yep.
point they used to laugh at you a couple years ago. Oh, that got seeds. No, that's it. No, that's not the good weed.
Yes.
But if you're a ganja farmer and you actually grow your own weed, you're gonna learn that you may get a couple of seeds, you know what I'm saying, in your plant.
Yep.
Because it's telling you
Always. It's natural.
a bad breed. You're supposed to have some
Yeah.
seeds. The weed is made to it's from God, it's gonna reproduce itself.
Exactly.
So
It's natural.
we're trying to redo what God does. You know what I'm saying? And when we're doing
Man.
that, there's gonna be cause and effect. For every action is a reaction. So
Yes.
when we think that we can put these PGRs or artificial grow this weed now, artificial sunlight, artificial air. We got CO2 that we're giving to you out of a tube. Never mind the CO2 out. I can talk to my plant because I breathe out CO2 and I take in oxygen because I'm made to live in a cycle with life into the atmosphere, right? But now we have these machines that do this stuff, my man. You check me, Dread? Now, dumb type of stuff, Brethren, we I deal with, you know what I'm saying? And we didn't understand what it's going to do because it's still new. It's been okay within the last 20 years or so. They've been doing the whole hydro and all these things. But right now, just look how much people are so like, they have the most cases. They said right now, adults is getting diagnosed with ADHD and different mental issues right now than ever before. Within the last decade, all right, they realize there's a mental awareness. Why? What are we doing? So there's been different things that's been introduced to us, from our tap water to our food to even the daggone weed we smoking. And just think about it for a second. We've been, they learned that all the smokers, the reason why it's passed in these states is that more people, right? It has to be more than 50% pass the law that say we would like it to be decriminalized or so forth, right? So that means they're indulgent. And if they're indulgent, and we know that more than half of the people indulge on something, that's a way to control people, because now I know that this I want to tap into. So it's actually more dangerous because now, you know what I'm saying, the people at hand, I'm not going to say their names, the people at hand know that this wise, that more people is into this. So I'm going to target anything I want to get to the communities or whatever. I'm going to put it in these things. That's why I am glad that as they did that, what they did do is they legalized it enough to, you can grow up to your 12 plants. You have
your own plant. Yep.
Bro. You can. And I can tell you, I know enough of my brethren, them as growers, you know what I'm saying? And yo, some of the best I got. Like I said, you go to a dispensary towards the next partner coming to give you this. Maybe when you first start out, we all know you ain't gonna be the best starting out, but keep up with anything you do, right? There's a trick, there's a trick to everything, and you will learn skills by consecutively putting in the work.
Keep trying.
Long story short, man, yo, some of the baddest things I ever came across, it was not in the dispensary, man. It was from that guy that came out in his backyard, and he's not even growing it under no light. I had that stuff that's growing under the lights, I mean, in the basement, and I always been that guy that preferred things coming out the dirt. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And and it's just different. It may not hit you so much power right then and there, but the vibe, it's all a vibe. And then it's
the right vibe.
The vibe have you there for a daggone hour and a half, 2 hours, or whatever it may be. You're still good. You don't even want to spark something else up. The trees you got now, same. What people claim is fire, they are sparking back up in 15, 10 minutes. I don't understand it. So someone explain to me that if this tree you got is so fire and you're so zooted, I mean, you blasted. Long story short, why do you need to take it consecutively so much back to back? Because you mean you can give somebody some trees or some herbs with some seeds and so to it, maybe even darker, not even pretty bud them. You know what I'm saying? But just a little, you know what I'm saying? Zing zing. That can give you a sting. And what I'm saying is that natural is a different feeling, man. And what happened is they got introduced to those PGRs and those growth hormones or whatever it is. And it's just like going at base from that cocaine. You know what I'm saying? Where they got a black. And it's like they're not gonna admit they are addicted. They got addicted to the czar.
That's what that they put in everything. The weed is so accessible now. Like once something has too much accessibility, it can get compromised because everybody has their hands in it. You see, they're putting the fentanyl. The fentanyl is they put the fentanyl in the weed. So do you know what that does? The customer gets hooked on that. The customer becomes a fiend.
It's in the edibles.
And if you come back, edibles, everything. It's in everything now. So it got compromised. That's all it is.
And everybody feels they're scientists, and that's what's killing people. That's why this is the worst timing to do anything nowadays if you're not growing things yourself or whatever. Because I was speaking about this not too long ago. Like, besides even these pills, like how they're making these fake pills, and we got this opioid crisis going on. I'm not gonna lie, man. I know some old crackheads that's still ticking and that's still moving. So how come the guys that were smoking crack, even from the 90s, are still moving and stuff like this? But you got these guys who's popping perks and Xannies, they're passing out, man. They're dying at an all-time
dying. Hella overdoses.
Those pills is a different level. You know, back in the days, these perk heads don't come to you and want to fix your car, and they don't want to give you a new PlayStation 5 for $20. You know what I'm saying? But no offense, that crack used to have people coming through, man. And I got a PlayStation. I remember I got a PlayStation 2, a PS3. You know what I'm saying? I can go back to different things I done got, my man, at different times, but $20. I mean, I didn't get to make the drugs or nothing like that, but the crackhead would be so much like whatever. They would come out and tell their kids stuff, so that would cost hundreds of dollars because they need that next hit, and they would come out and they would sell it. And never mind that, they were always adherent to where they could do stuff because you'll have a crackhead around the neighborhood who's a mechanic also. Fix your car for $20, he fix your whole car from front to back. You just buy all the stuff. He'll do the labor for like 20 was like that major number. I'm telling you, 20, 40 bucks. Yo, there wasn't nothing you couldn't get for past $50. $50 is like nobody never needed 100. If you pay the
crack gives them $50,
I'm telling you, like a person would paint you can get a crackhead to paint your house for $50.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? A couple they do the whole house. Yo, I'm telling you. And it's a difference because now these zany guys and these perks, they're coming to you like they can't even do nothing, even though they're high and hooked stuff. They're not alert. They're not cohesive. They can't even be able to do nothing. You know what I'm saying?
They're not in reality.
It's crazy. I'm not trying to big up and tell people go smoke crack, y'all. I'm just trying to show on to how things change. You know what I'm saying? And it may be like they're really targeting these opioids and things of that nature, and the crack too. Don't get me wrong, because like I just said, we're at the time where the most overdoses ever in these last decades. If you think about it, our top artists to movie stars or whatever, they all died from opioids. Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, Prince, James Brown, Steve. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm trying to explain. There's just so many. I mean, we'll be able to keep going on that these people died from overdoses. You know what I'm saying? And it's like the kids need to be aware because we don't see that. We're in the day and time where even people talk about what they say the time is nowadays. Demon time, supposedly. Notice that? They're all on demon time. That's not a coincidence. Someone projected that into the air. They ran with it. Whatever you are, you know that, right? You say you're dumb. I mean, you say you're this, you will end up being that. So you gotta be careful. And what I'm saying is
words are spells.
Exactly. So these kids
now into existence.
These people don't know or recognize what they're really doing. You know what I'm saying? So in the music, never mind, like I said, we're on demon time. What does the music promote nowadays? I'm a person who loves hip hop. All the music. Negativity and it's taking drugs. You know what I'm saying? It's not even about like never mind smoking your split. It's pop these Xannies. I popped a perk. They need a perk even to have sex. They need a perk to go yes. You know what I'm saying? In my era, it was the hustlers, the people who were serving those people who was bragging. This is the era where even a person who would claim they're a street guy or a thug, whatever it may be, you are the custody. You need to understand that these guys are the custody. You don't even understand it. Like you're taking all these drugs. You know what I'm saying? You're promoting for someone else to do it too. I mean, and it's like, you mean you're gonna end up being another one of these next people on that list, man.
Exactly.
Come on, man. Look at that. Juice WRLD, Lil Pump, whatever the other next other. What's the other next other guy? The white rapper that passed away.
Mac Miller.
Mac Miller, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying, man. If I just go through, like, these are guys who was making hits and doing things, you know what I'm saying? It's like the opioids is killing even more than the drillers.
Exactly.
The drillers, don't get me wrong, they're right there, but I think the opioid game is crazy, bro. I mean, and think about it. So with the music, that's what it promotes. It's promoting death. It promotes you to drill, to kill people who look more than likely like you. It's a shame that we as black men, you know what I'm saying, to live in these urban communities, we we have to look out and say that the person who might do me in is gonna look like me. That's the
Look like
worst
me.
part. But then while we're living, we're like, watch out for the white man or this man, the red man, the yellow man. But it's like we're doing to ourselves, man. And we
Focus
ain't
on
gonna
the
wake
wrong
up from that.
thing.
Yeah. And I believe that that's all programmed. All programmed, man. This is not by accident. It's programmed for us to
Yep.
hate each other, hate our skin. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about this. Like,
Yes.
even that's why we can't keep our females to have households that are broken up, because for a black man to get things legally, like if you ain't got your own business or that mind state, you're working, the government, I mean, doesn't make it that easy for you to obtain these things that most females want. So now when they're watching Instagram and they're seeing these lavish trips, people go and do that, do that. The average guy working even 2 jobs can't get that and
Can't
pay
do
market.
that.
If you ain't the owner or you ain't up in the company, you're not eligible to produce that lifestyle for that female. So she
Exactly.
looks at you as nothing, inadequate. And then what happens is the government, they become the husband to the woman. That's why they go on welfare. They will give them food, they will give them a roof over their shelter, and they will tell you, we're only going to give you a single parent. You're not with this guy. So think about that.
Yep.
That's the way why there's
Everybody.
so much minorities, and that we don't have no peace in our structure in our household, because they don't see that. You mean? And everybody else from different walks of culture, they're kind of hip. It's just that I would say it's more the Black Americans, because I see Asian people who know how to work together. You know what I'm saying? They still got the father in the house, even if he ain't supposed to be there. You see what I'm trying to explain to you? That
Yep.
guy
That
will,
sense of community.
the woman will get Section 8, right? She would be paying $10, $20 a month. The next husband of the Asian community or the Indian, they're on the same thing as us. They make us look back like, oh, you on welfare. They put their wives
Yep.
on welfare already, all right? Because that's the saving.
Exactly.
So they want to say she's alone. She gets help from the government. She gets these established. She gets the free house for all of them to live under, right?
Yep.
Their rent is bare minimum $10, $20, plus the government's giving the woman the money. The man is not on the lease. She don't put him on child support, and
Nope.
they get to save all that money. But in the minority
Yes.
with the Black women, what she does is she starts thinking like, this is my house and this is this.
Yep.
Like, it becomes to a problem where I notice in the Black community, she'll start saying things to the guy who's working, or even if he's hustling, and she knows her rent's only $10, $20, instead of working together, like showing that y'all together, because you have to be together
Yep.
on this. But know that the plan is not for you to stay in the project program. The plan is not for you to stay inside this little complex or wherever bedroom you at right now, but to own property. You need to work with the other person who's working, so that makes it work, and y'all can stash and put things away, so you have that deposit down where you can pay if anything happens to your household for over a year. You know what I'm saying, of bills, because he saved that up. You don't have to ask him beg. He saved it up.
Nope. You
Don't
got it.
put
You
in his
worked
face
for
that,
it.
oh, and now your rent's $20, but you want him to give you $1,000. I know people that's doing in relationships, like, where it's like she's telling him, well, I needed this, I need that. And when she gets the extra money, it's not like you don't need it for the bills, because like I said, the bill is already adjusted to her income, which is pretty much zero. The government's already paying that, right? And she wants him to pay more because she wants to be able to wear Louis Vuitton and Christian Dior. She wants to look like she has money when she really don't. Or go out to eat several times, whatever it may be, and never mind using the food stamps and cooking these exotic meals that some is doing, right?
Yep.
So if you learn to do that, man, I'm telling you, man, there's people with restaurants, these same Asian restaurants and these pizza stores and all that. Yo, they're buying the cans of soda and buying all that stacks with the wife at home. Once again, she's on EBT. He owns the business.
Free.
Yeah, he owns the business. He has all that. She buys those things, and it's even getting sold for double, triple the profit by her husband. The husband provides for it. She knows that when they need this, they can go get that. But I think that we're made to go against each other. The family structure is broken down in America right now, especially with the minorities. And I'm speaking for us for a second. And it's no target towards anybody else, but I want to see my peoples up. You know what I'm saying? We need to learn how to work together, man. We got to bring it back to that peace inside the household, because we are the bank. We could be our own bank. You know what I'm saying? And we are the church, the household. You know what I'm saying? We come together as one. And we're forgetting that, man. And they're kicking the fathers out, so there's no leader in that household to bring real light. And then the women thinks they can do without a man because they just think of financially when it's more than financially, but the intellect and the structure that's needed. I mean, he can't put that in place.
And balance, there's no balance, bro. There's no more balance in the household. That's why these kids is lost, bro. Like, when you're in a single parent, like household, you don't have like it takes two to make the thing go right. That's what I would say. It always takes two. There's a shaper and a framer.
That's a song
You know,
right
make
there.
it.
You know that, right?
Yep, yep. DJ Easy Rock. What was it?
How you know about
Yeah.
that? You're young for that, bro. I forgot your
Nah,
father.
man. I have an old soul, man. I have an old soul, man. I know. I
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're right, bro. You're definitely right. And that's my plan, and I see what you're doing. I want everybody to go link up. You send the Vibes Hour, you know what I'm saying? He got a
Yep.
lot of good content on the social
Yep.
media. You know what I'm saying? You got the YouTube channel, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna see a lot of
Sure.
videos coming together. You know what I'm saying? I believe, you know what I'm saying, we are lights. When I say a light,
We are. We are.
we're supposed to be lights in a world of darkness. You know what I'm saying? So my terminology when I speak to my peoples out there, even with you guys tuning in, you even catching this live now. Y'all are my lights. When I say, you know what I'm saying, amen lights. How y'all doing out there, my
Lights.
lights? Because we illuminate, man. When you
Yep.
get knowledge, you have light. You can illuminate. You know what I'm saying? And brother right here has some light, man. Yeah, there we go. Brother right there has some light. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I just want you, I want to be able to come together and drop these bombs for people.
We
You know what
have
I'm saying?
to.
They could be working, they could be in their car, they could be working out. We got to build our brains with our bodies. You know what I'm saying?
Always build. Build.
Build.
Knowledge of self is everything, That too, Always.
That's a fact. We're made as human beings to communicate with each other. You know what I'm saying? Not just talk
Yep.
where it's like, yo, what basketball player. We know everybody's stats. We know everybody's
Exactly.
jersey number and their stats of what they did for the year. But none of us, man, can tell the next man how to get out of a situation they're
Nope.
in, but come up with solutions, you know what I'm saying, that we're seeing in our community or anything else. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what it's about. It's about us acknowledging a whole different side of life to where we can teach the youth, man.
Yes.
Because we're
I
coming to
know.
a point to where we're dehumanized. We don't care about people. I mean, especially what happened with this whole coming back from this whole pandemic. People
Yep.
haven't been working in person. People been working remotely, going to school remotely, not being on people. I know I myself, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's been less than a year, people, right now that we haven't had masks on. It
Yes.
wasn't until early August last year when they lifted the bans to be able to
Lift
eat
the
back
fan
in
off.
restaurants, sit down, and have your mask off. You know,
Not too
so
long. Yep.
yeah, it's the end of July, early August. You know what I mean? So we're not there yet. It hasn't even been a year. And before that, you got to think about it. 2.5, 3 years we went along of not seeing
Facts.
nobody, not being able to touch people, not going. It wasn't advised to go to your house. Even for birthday parties, the government told you to keep things down to 5 to 6 people. People's
Yep.
family more than that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you got how many
You can't.
siblings you got, if you got a mother and a father in the household too. Your
Right.
household's already over the limit. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And that's why there was a lot of like divorces and like breakups and like domestic, disputes during pandemic because y'all in the house like together every time. Y'all gonna get tired of each other and y'all gonna like, that shit's gonna get frustrating. Y'all just gonna be miserable there, end up fighting, and that's what happens. And it's still happening until this day at a faster rate.
No, you ain't never lying,
Yeah.
bro. Like, yeah, that's a fact. Though I read that um those was the people who actually made the most money was lawyers
Yep.
that went into the domestic and then who did uh divorce court lawyers. They got
Yep.
them. First of all, courts was postponed for all even like felonies and different things like that.
Yes.
Anybody knows that court was on YouTube. I mean, well, sorry, Zoom. Sorry, court was.
Zoom. Yep. Zoom.
I mean, it didn't matter pretty much unless it was super serious. At the end of the day, they was trying to like not lock people up because with the pandemic and you being sick to bring you into the facility, you could bring it in there and things can come out. So anyway, they could not. They would try to. They would drag their trials out, all different type of
Yep.
shenanigans. You know what I'm saying? But the most people who made away with bank was the divorce. That was at this
Yep.
all-time high. So you're right about that. So once again, that goes back to families, and it goes to show that we don't know how to communicate and we don't know how to be together.
Nope.
You know what I mean? We got so anti things our way, you know what I'm saying? The woman that divorced a man for leaving the toilet seat up too many times because now they
Yes.
stayed home all day and she noticed and she probably slipped in that toilet seat. You know what I'm saying? But
Exactly.
what I'm basically saying is for the littlest things, man, we don't understand. I think we need more what's that word? Our threshold needs to be raised more. It's too thin
Crazy.
to where it's like any little thing would be able to set somebody off, man. You know what I mean? It's horrible.
Yep.
You know what I
We
mean?
see it, man. We see it every day, bro. Like, what was that with the guy that shot the cheerleaders because they entered his car, earlier this week. You know what I
Oh,
mean? Like anything, like you can't do anything to nobody. Like, road rage, you end up dying nowadays. Like, you know
I
what I
mean,
mean? You can't do nothing.
that goes back to the whole mental health situation I'm talking about right now, to how people are moving. They're moving real scarce. We're moving
Yes.
we're moving a different way than humans never moved before. You know,
Yep.
we have to ask ourselves why. When kids are not safe in school, there've been more school shootings this year than once again any other time. You know what I mean? And
Yes.
the last other school shooting, I believe in Tennessee. I mean,
Yep.
and that person, it was actually a Christian school, and
Yep. It was.
the person was said to be a trans, too.
Yep.
So
It
to a
was a
woman,
trans woman.
and
Yep.
the last four shootings, they said two of them was if I'm not mistaken, the two or three. Those most of them was it was people who went through this whole um this transformation. There's no disrespect
Yep.
to the LGBTQ, but I see why they're trying to this whole agenda, even on young kids, they're trying to promote this stuff to them. And I think that's
Lost.
sometimes a person may make a decision now because someone told them it was cool, and then it's like by the time they get their mind frame right, they're like, "Whoa, I made that decision, or I already did that." Then they even hate themselves, and they hate everybody around
Exactly.
them, and they go through this whole situation of a mental breakdown. What happens a lot, especially when you're putting on emotional blockers. People are taking testosterone blockers or estrogen
Blockers,
blockers.
estrogen blockers.
So things that's
You
made
know,
produced in your body, you taking these things away from you. Once again, it's just like the food we talking about, how they're modifying it into the herbs or whatever it may be. What do we expect to get? Like, what do we expect to get when you trying to create something that's unnatural? You got to prepare of what that action is going to be because for every
they
action
try to
there's a
get us, man. That's all it is. Is this divide and conquer, bro. That's all it comes down to. We already know the plan, man. We already know the plan. These people as deplorable, nigga. They look at people as deplorable now. That's why all this is happening. It's like layers, man. It's layers to everything. Like it's not no surface of a thing. There's more to the story, bro. Like, all this is happening just to keep people at a low vibration, the lowest vibration, or even death. That's all it is, man. That's all it really is.
That's right, man. That's what I'm talking about, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that, what I'm saying, guess what, that people can see you got brothers like us, you know what I'm saying, who have a
Yep.
different mindset. We can come through and show forth that everybody ain't the same. So when they're putting out this norm that this is how all people think that's like us or whatever it may be, we're eligible to have platforms like this where we can show people
Yep.
because not gonna lie, it can be a lot that can be negative or ignorant, but then there's
Yes.
also a lot in a good population of people who's good thinkers and knowledgeable men, young boys,
Yes.
men, women,
Yep.
girls
Man,
out
out
there,
here.
and that's what I want to broadcast and show people that don't get fooled by the hype because the people who have all the money,
Exactly.
like media controls and it puts a perspective out there. That's one thing I'm grateful about, like YouTube, for having over a billion odd channels. Man, we're in the day we're not short of no content. But the great thing
Nope.
about it, is every single one of us is different. We all have a different kind of personality, and I'm thankful for what God gave me, and as well as
Yes.
you. And we get to
Yep. I am.
enlighten other people in the world to our world. You know what I'm saying? And
Exactly.
the funny thing is that we're all up the same. So somebody's listening to this right now that really needed it. I guarantee you.
Yeah,
They're like, oh, he
everybody.
intellectual. I love what they're speaking on, and I feel the same way. And that's what it's about. If you're one of those people, I mean, I beg you to hit the like button and share.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And definitely add the channel. And we need people
Yes.
like you in the comments.
Yes.
We need speaking up because this channel is not so much about me trying to just gain and even make money off of YouTube. And I really want to put something out in the world. I believe anything I want already is going to come to me from the Almighty High. And I'm not saying that I don't need donations and need help to do the work that I want to do, which I have a lot of plans and I want to do these things, but that's not my goal. The goal is first to get like-minded people like us together.
Yep.
Where there is a number of us, we can do anything. I'd rather see laws change than what we all think on. I'd rather see bills being passed so where we can all come together and we could build on. You know what I'm saying? Once we start doing that, they ain't seen a YouTube channel like that yet. Like when we could talk about, oh, we don't want our kids to read certain books in school. We all could all be in this comment. We can take these same things. One day I'm gonna have millions of comments in here, people signing their names or whatever it is on here. We go take that to Supreme Court.
Yes. Petition. We got a petition. Voices need to be heard.
Yeah,
power in numbers.
We could do things like that. You're a real person. I'm a real person. Let's help perform arts. Let's show them that we really feel this way. It don't matter what state you are, man. We can change laws. We can change everything. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing that I know for a fact. And it's all about
that power.
Uniting and getting everybody on one accord, man. And if I can put my 2 foot out to move in the way, then you can move after me or with me. That's all we need.
Of course, that's it. That's all that matters. That's all that matters.
We start in the future, man. We change in the future right now in the present already. Even with this talk right now that we building, we putting out there.
Energy. It's putting out that high energy, that positive energy out there. Yeah.
Yeah, man, because we got some real demons and devils, man, who's in high hierarchy. That's the word I'm looking for. That's controlling things, man. And I can tell you right now, it don't matter about all the money somebody else got, man. Once we come together as one and we're the good people with that light inside of us, if we come together, we will outshine over the darkness. They're not going to look for me. But I'm going to need everybody to come together because what happens when you get one sheep alone, the wolf attacked that one sheep. So a lot of people feel the same way, but they're scared to speak up and do certain things because people don't want to be the average, just the one person going against the whole. You know what I'm saying? And certain things we're gonna have to put in code of how we speak. You have to catch on too, because you know what I'm saying. There's legalities and different other things of how we have to. What I'm learning of how we have to present this stuff to people. But I mean, we gotta escape the matrix, man. You know what I mean, we gotta be woke. I mean, no sleeping. It's Nightmare on Elm Street, man. Remember that? They didn't want life. They didn't want Freddy. You go to sleep, Freddy's gonna get you.
Yep. Real life. This real life. Michael Myers is real life. Jason Voorhees, real life Scream. There's real life serial killers, bro. It's demons. Real life demons.
It's real life people. And that's why they'll literally tell you they're on demon time. They're literally. When people's telling you that, or I'm a savage, you know what a savage is? A savage a savage has no respect for himself or anybody else's. That means savage will eat the other. You know what I'm saying? That's what they did. The barbarians were savages, man. Read about the Vikings. Those were some real savages, man.
Yep.
All right?
Wild.
So why we want to go back into those times when we civilized as people, man, and where we at now, there should be no talk like that, man. We should be on a whole different stratosphere. You know what I mean? Like the funny thing is with all this internet and all this technology we got, bro, if we go back to the days of the Egyptians and all that, I believe we were smarter back then.
Yes,
see, right now, we make all of our phones do things for us. We got a couple who's intelligent on this planet. And we all intelligent, you're wrong. But to where we supposed to be at, we're not there, and it's actually programmed and it's taught by someone who actually does have the intelligence to know about programming and know about your brain more than you do. And they know that what they show you, you would want. They know how to make you addicted to certain things. A lot of the things that we do on impulse was like, can you imagine like people who does advertising and marketing? They know that the average people are going to do this when they show this. There's a census. There's a test that's out there. So you can say, oh no, I made my own choice. You didn't make your own choice because You can't even make a choice on something if you don't even know of something. Understand?
Exactly.
If it wasn't even shown to you. That's why I beg people to
Yeah.
stop watching everybody else's life on these social medias and stuff and read
Exactly.
read a book a day, get in tune with a podcast or some kind of read some audio books if you don't actually open up a book, you know what I'm saying? And
Yep.
get some knowledge about self-improvement and learn a skill every day. They say a half an hour itself, man, does miracles, man. If you even
It does
dedicate half an hour through your day to learn something else, it adds up. That's one
Yep.
class.
Knowledge.
Yeah.
You know, it's monkey see, monkey do, bro. That's
Yeah.
all it is. Sheep mentality. Everybody's sheep. NPC. Everybody's following each other, comparing each other, themselves to each other. That's why people miserable. Everybody's
Exactly.
trying to live this facade lifestyle they see on social media. Oh, I want to live like this person. I want to live like this person. Oh, that's why people hate themselves. People are insecure. That's why you have these filters. You look at the filters they have on Instagram and Snapchat. You
Man,
can
talk
look like this. You can look like that. You know what I'm saying? People, if you like, I rarely see chicks without a filter or makeup nowadays, bro. It's like, damn, I can't see the real you. Why I got all this? I gotta see this plastic. You know what I'm saying? It's plastic love, bro. Just you know what I'm saying? Just like that song, bro. That if people know, man, it's an '80s Japanese song that's called Plastic Love, man. And it's just like what we see now, bro. It's plastic love, fake love. It's fake plastic.
reminds me of a song too, man. TLC.
Yes.
That's so pretty song. You,
Yes.
you
Yep.
your hair if it won't grow. You can fix your nose
Same
and
thing. Literally. Yep. That's how it is.
can't make. You know what I'm saying? But if you can't
That's
look at
literally what it is right now.
find out who you are too, be in that position can make you feel so damn unpretty. I mean, and it's a
Exactly.
fact. And now with all this internet, we're watching the Kardashians and everything. Think about the average girl. If you don't know, the average girl is trying to look like Kim Kardashian.
Kim
Even the
Kardashian.
black girl to what she actually has her own like BBL, where people actually go through and look like Kim Kardashian. There's a lady
Yeah.
she's trending right now. I'm not gonna say her name. She just had a heart attack. She like died
Yep.
and
She
came back.
died. Yep.
Literally
Yep. I
came
seen
back.
that.
Yeah,
I
and
seen
she
that.
looks so she's Kim Kardashian's lookalike. Like there's literally
Yep.
people who took she like she done been to certain places and people really take her for Kim Kardashian. And
Yep.
try to explain to you, man. Like once you go to the same nose job, the nose doctor, I mean, you're gonna look like that person, man. If
Yep.
you ask everybody, kind of like Michael Jackson. So never mind,
Yes.
Kim
I
started with
see it.
that,
I seen it before.
right? Because
I
when
seen
I
it
look
before.
at his and I look at his, like he for some reason, even back in them days, he didn't want his black nose, and he knew how to sculpt it, and kind of got
Yep.
that whatever they told him was the perfect kind of nose. But here's what happened when you
Yep.
play with God, right? So now you scope your nose, right? On an original person, a black person. This could be for anybody too.
Right.
You could be Chinese, whatever your original facial features are. Hear me out, people. If I
Yep.
fix my nose, right? So now this is perfect because I don't like the way this is. It's not gonna go with this, my cheeks now. So I'm gonna be
Nope.
coming back again and say, yo, I need my cheeks, right? Now after I get my cheeks done, right? It's gonna say this chin does.
Yep. Looks unnatural. Is he glitching? Yeah, he glitching out, Lukey. Glitching out on yeah. I think you're on mute now. Yeah. You're on mute. Yeah, he's glitching now. Hold on. He's on mute. Yeah. You're on mute, Lukey. I can't hear you. You're on mute, Luki. You're muted, Luki. I can't even hear you.